live?
Yes, we are.
I think we are live. Awesome. So I'm in this nice environment and I'm going to record a lot of content with Zen-Dragon team member Nicholas, and we're going to do some sparring. We've got a lot here. We've got a pair of sai, which we may use made for sparring, as well as a pair of here hook knives, these. And we're also going to do some animal style kung fu sparring, as well as some more MMA like sparring. But for now we're just going to do this live video. It's a celebration because I reached 20,000 subs, and to think that I almost lost my channel because of a mistake by YouTube not that long ago. So it's been an amazing journey, and so thankful for all of you following and the kind of sharing the kind of impacts Zen-Dragon is making in your lives as well. Anyways, this is going to be interesting. We've done this once before. At some point, I'm going to be surprise attacked, and I'm going to have to try and react, and perhaps my instinct won't be perfect. We won't start the experiment just yet. I need some knee protectors as well. So perhaps what I'll end up doing by reflex isn't exactly what I'll be teaching as the optimal way of defending yourself, or perhaps it will. This is an experiment, so I have no idea what's going to happen. But before we get to that, can you bring those knee protectors? Shin guards, rather. And if anyone's already checking in live and making a comment, you can just read them aloud. Perhaps I'll respond. So the good idea about this is that just by speaking to the camera, I'm being kind of like how in a self-defense situation you don't get to bow in front of the attacker in front of you. It's not like sparring or even fighting competitively. It's more of a surprise attack scenario. And we're gonna try and see, we're not gonna go full contact here, because that would be dangerous, and I don't want to promote that. But we're gonna try and find where it's still as realistic as possible, and yeah, we'll try it out.
Yeah.
But 20,000 subs, and what an amazing journey it's been thus far. If you're one of the subscribers, right. Okay, so what just happened? You grabbed me somehow. What did
I just came from the side, from downwards, you know.
Yeah, so I believe I hooked the neck, which is actually kind of instinctive. I recently started training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, where there's the guillotine choke, where you want to do something like this. But for a lot of people, it's just an instinctive thing to go for the head, and also for me. But what happened next was I didn't do this full contact because it can really injure your opponent, but I delivered some elbow strikes here to the spine.
Yeah.
And then, I guess perhaps because of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and because I wanted to finish the submission, I actually pulled guard. So I went down here in the ground. But this position for self-defense is not optimal. So if I'm down here, I might pull guard and go for a kimura or something, but as soon as I've broken a limb or choked the person out, my next focus would be to get up and to keep standing so I can scan my environment. So yeah, it just happened spontaneously. I think the elbows to the spine was a great reaction, and pulling guard perhaps not the most tactical, but it was nice showing a technique from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which I'm very much white belt, unlike Kung Fu, where I'm a black belt. And Nicholas.
Yeah.
So I know this, of course, but how did your martial arts journey start?
my martial art journey was pretty harsh one to start with, because when I was like 13, 14 years old, I was a young guy and I didn't do a lot of sports, and martial arts was not my thing to start with. From the start, I've seen movies and things and I liked it, you know, just for seeing, but not for like doing myself properly. But that changes when I was in Tenerife with my family, and we were out shopping in Santa Cruz, which is the north capital of the island, and we were out there, me and my grandmom and my brother, my younger brother. We would like to find our car in the end, and we were searching our car, you know, and while we were searching after the car, there was two guys on a moto, and they like made circles around me and my grandmom and my little brother, and that's where it was a bit wrong, you know.
It's already a bad situation.
Exactly.
You got someone circling you.
Exactly, two young guys, they're circling around, and Tenerife, you know, there are a lot of problems there, you know. So one of the guys went out of the moto and was going to my grandmom and asked her in Spanish what time it was. And I speak Spanish. Yeah, ¿qué hora es? Exactly, ¿qué hora es? And I told him in Spanish that my grandma from Denmark and she can't speak Spanish. So what he actually does, he pushes my grandmom into a car, and both of her shopping bags went down to the ground. He took these bags and run to the moto, and they went straight away. And that was, you know, that was a pretty big shock for me as a kid. You know, I was damn, and it was pretty harsh to see my grandmom, you know, be treated like that. You know,
makes you want to be able to both defend yourself and others.
Exactly. You know, in for philosophy of martial arts, you know, that what's really important to me is that I can defend myself and the ones I love. And those I love, you know, so yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the essence. I just need to make sure there's enough battery on the phone. So how much? Let's see, I'll have a look as well. I can't see here. All right, so the deal is, I guess I've got a bit of a shitty phone. My iPhone is not that great anymore. So I just charged it into the with the cable and keep it charged just for a little bit, and then the camera guy can unplug it and move around, just to be sure that this isn't cut off, and you can just hold it, and then in a few minutes or something you can just unplug it and move around a bit. And if there's anyone commenting, I know this isn't the regular time of day I tend to release videos, then if you catch the comment, you can read it and I can try and respond. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Wow.
All right. I wasn't sure if I'd done the move correctly with the triangle. We need to make sure you've got the proper arm, and I think I got the proper arm.
Yeah.
But I just got into the position. We were on the ground and I had to do something, and so I just went for the figure four. Then I had a look at the arm and I made the adjustment. Now, ideally, if you come down here,
Yeah.
So if I've got the guy, sometimes there's different setups. I've got him here in guard, and of course I'm very much a white belt, so keep that in mind. It's better to look for good tutorials, but just to keep it simple, I might bring his arm back and try and isolate the arm. Then once I've got this arm and it's gonna be moved in this direction, then he's gonna be choked by his own shoulder from this blind angle. And then the important thing is for me to bring my leg across here on the opposite side and hook and make sure I've got the toes flexed, and then I can shoot up with the hip. I'm not gonna make it too hard right now. Or I can bring the arm this way. I can also improve the angle by hooking. Ideally I would hook down here if I can, or I can just use my hip, whichever way. And so a lot of self-defense situations end up on the ground, especially when it's out of nowhere. Ideally you want to avoid going to the ground as much as possible though. So yeah, the self-defense experiment continues, and I'm thinking you can probably unplug the cable just for now, so we can move a little more around. And I think I'll also just talk a little bit. Now, I'm not scanning my environment because realistically I wouldn't always think that everyone around me is a threat. So unless he signals something, being aggressive or something, I won't be careful turning my back, because you can't live your life like that. The important thing is if someone who's got a dangerous vibe or something, then you must be extra careful. So this would be the tactical way of exiting, with my eyes on the opponent, but realistically I'm just going to move around naturally until something happens in this video. But let's look at some of the equipment. I've got a half side here, made of polypropylene material, which is great for sparring. And with these, you can strike here, or you can strike with the point, or with the point of the prongs. And it's difficult with these gloves, but you can hold it like this as well. A bit differently, but kind of like this. Strike here and here. And when I use these later today to record some sparring, I'm definitely not going to wear the gloves. And there's also this broadsword, which is made for sparring actually. And yeah, that's about it. So
There's a beautiful sword though, and it's pretty much moving like sword.
yeah,
Which is, I love it. This is typically called a dao in Chinese, which means blade. And you know, in European style, we would call this a sable. You know.
yeah, a saber.
A saber.
Also
Exactly,
sometimes
a saber.
called a broadsword.
A broadsword, exactly. And this one you can actually have it in one arm or in two arms, you know, a little bit like katana style. But the Chinese prefer in one with one arm, you know.
Yeah.
And they typically go around like this and use the whole body, you know, to do it, you know.
Exactly.
You can
And
do
also,
whatever.
let's talk a bit about the blade. So there's this sharp side, which you use for cutting, chopping.
Yeah.
And then there's this other side, where you can put your arm for extra support if you're doing a block or something, or even if you want to strike forward and make sure the angle is straight on, so it doesn't move as you're trying to penetrate the opponent. Then you can do like this if you're gonna try and penetrate the stomach. And also you can even turn the side for support. So yeah, this is a nice one. We're definitely gonna record some sparring with this. I know it looks like metal, but it's actually a material made for sparring. And we're just gonna put in the plug.
Yep.
And Yeah. And also, someone asked me to record something with a heavy bag, so perhaps we're also going to be able to record something showing some tips, some ideas on the bag. It's important to not just focus on punching, kicking, that's your thing, kicking, but to also focus on movement. So like, perhaps you want to take a step and create an angle. And yeah, there's a lot of things you can do, so it's pretty much it. Yeah. So again, I want to try and stay standing. So, I managed to block. Is there a comment?
Yeah, we got a comment that says, where are you from, guys?
We are from Denmark, Copenhagen. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? And so, we're trying to find the proper balance with safety in mind to do realistic attacking. So, with the previous 2 attacks, I had no idea when or from what angle he was going to attack me. And this time he went a little bit harder. I actually asked him to. And I think this was alright. This kind of level of intensity.
Yeah.
Or maybe somewhere in between both. At one point he actually did a spinning hook kick.
Yeah.
Which is this technique. Are you able to see my kick from this angle? Which is where you turn.
Yeah.
And I managed to block it, but I still felt the impact actually. So
Yeah.
we were going pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this kick can be very powerful because you use the whole body into the kick, and this was a small percent, you know, but it is a very nice kick, and it's definitely one of my favorite ones.
Also,
So-
yeah, favorite of mine as anyone who's watched me spar.
Yeah,
At one point, I believe on the ground,
yeah.
you know, I was thinking, I looked up and scanned the environment when I was on top. So that's why for self-defense, like there's a lot of things you can do in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, especially if you're more experienced than me, from your back, from the ground. But it's much better to be up. Yeah, you can try and get into the mount position sitting here.
Like this, yeah?
Yeah. So this position is much better for him in terms of self-defense. He's got gravity on his side, and also he's able to scan the environment and move up much faster than I am.
Yeah,
Even though there's stuff you can do from here,
exactly.
this would not be ideal. It would be better if I'd already caught him in my guard. But I still might be able to draw him close, and with a lot of luck, perhaps I can do something like a Kimura from this position. But for self-defense, this situation sucks. One thing you can try to do is to bump up your hip and grab onto him and try and hook. So you got the hooks on both sides. If I want to roll this way, for the purpose of the camera, I'll try to hook his foot if possible, and definitely hook his arm, and then I'm gonna try and roll up in this position, and I'm gonna try and get up, and I'm gonna try and exit. Right, let's put the phone on charger, just once more. And I think we're just gonna continue just a little bit, and then that's gonna be the end of this live stream. But it's amazing, it's a dream come true, really. Having had my content watched millions of times, our videos, and having 20,000 loyal supporters and subscribers. And yeah, like when I recently got to work with Nick Grosses, that was a real dream come true. And yeah, it's more tiring than you'd think. I'm already pretty thirsty. Just speaking to the camera, and also I think when you're getting attacked by surprise, even though he's not trying to destroy me, absolutely, it's more intense than regular sparring, because it happens out of nowhere.
The guy that sent the message before, he's from Kentucky.
From Kentucky,
Yeah.
nice. That's also part of what's really cool about Zen-Dragon, is we've got this following around the world. People from all places, India and Sweden, and just so many places.
Yeah, exactly. Also from the United States. There are also some followers to mine here.
Yeah.
For example, the Grosses,
Yeah, Nick Grosses actually.
Nick Grosses, yeah.
Whom I've collabed with. There's a video on his channel, a recent one, where I show the use of knife hand techniques, where it's not something you always go for in self-defense, but it's a great alternative to closing your fist when you're not wearing gloves, like we are, just to be able to go a bit harder in this self-defense experiment. And then, of course, more often than the knife hand chops, which are great, especially for connecting and then grabbing onto the opponent. More often you might do something like a palm strike, which you can also use to connect to the eyes with your fingers.
Yeah.
Or you might do like a hammer fist connecting here, because this part of the fist is much stronger than the knuckles. Or it might be something like an uppercut. If you want to get fancy, you can even spin, but for the most part, just keep it simple for self-defense. And that's what Nick Grosses is great at teaching, I think. And I was recently, Shane Faison, one of my big inspirations along with Nick Grosses, actually started following Zen-Dragon on Instagram at least, so that's pretty cool as well.
Pretty much.
We're just gonna continue this for just a bit, perhaps a few more sudden attacks or something, but don't do it right now, because now it's on my mind.
Exactly.
And
I don't want to know when to attack,
Yeah, so, and then also there is a chance that the phone will just run out of battery, and then that will be the end of that live stream if we don't end it before then. But thank you so much. And if there's any more comments, feel free to read them. I know a lot of you are gonna later on. And I hope you enjoyed this video. There's a lot of talk. Alright. So that was a nice surprise now.
Yeah.
I managed to do what I wanted without any of us getting hurt now. I think you can add a little more intensity, even though it was still great training.
Yeah, but this is all about me. It's all about the reaction, Because people on the street, when they attack people often with things like this and all that, they don't expect that a guy like Michael or me can do something with them.
It just
And immediately
having the ideas of
exactly
elbows or
this
whatever it might be.
this elbow could give me, on the first one, it could actually have given me a lot of damage, especially on the street, because all he does is to survive.
Yeah.
And what do? We fight to survive. So he bam, and yeah, that's
Pretty much, I believe self-defense situations are both easier and more difficult, but they're definitely more unpredictable. So against the martial artists, we can do some sparring here, just like you've got your instincts and you've got different things you might pull, and the strategy and all kinds of things which you don't have that much time to set up certain patterns if it's a self-defense situation. But let's just pause it just briefly. So someone on the street probably won't have the guard protecting. But on the other hand, the situation might start out with you getting pushed from behind, or just you being in your own headspace. I'm trying not to think of the fact that he'll attack me, but still it is at least a bit on my mind. So if I'm just walking, listening to music or something, then just the first moment of a street attack can just completely overwhelm you. Like if I've already had all of my stomach taken out, or if I landed on the concrete. So it's both easier and more difficult, and definitely more unpredictable. So avoid those situations at all costs. Yeah, and we're just gonna keep it just briefly, and then we're gonna finish this. But I just want to let you know, if you're new to Zen-Dragon as well, make sure to check out all the content. There's lots of sparring, both with weapons and without. There's lots of tutorials. There's some vlogs. There's even some comedic martial arts sketches, and then perhaps just we're gonna finish this soon. Perhaps a surprise attack if you can manage to surprise me now that I've mentioned it. So just wait a little bit, and just make sure that you can put like one time you went pretty aggressive and hit somewhat hard with a kick. That was okay. So just I think you've been very responsible and done a great job, but just make sure to test me as well. And of course, I may not be able to defend myself at all times. If you think you are, then you're probably wrong. But it's great training also being surprised like this out of the blue. So and thanks for watching. Make sure to check out some more of my content. And I'm gonna give a shout out to this YouTuber guy whom I met. I don't want any truck. Alright. So this kind of technique, I don't know if you said this, I got a little bit of talk, and he didn't have his chin down, but he's also taller than me, so it's more difficult to get that standing guillotine. I think it was there, was it?
Yeah, I think so. It was a pretty good one because I didn't. But my job is also to be a person that I'm not experienced in martial art in this point, because I'm trying to pretend to be someone on the street, and I react like from normal reaction like a normal guy from the street would do.
Exactly, and that's great. So it's more self-defense. Like there was one point where you did the spinning hook kick. But that just shows you can face any type of attacker.
Exactly.
A lot of times they'll just grab, move in, or perhaps do like a big swing. An important tell is if the person's not standing like this, but in a bit of a fighting stance, perhaps he takes a step back. And if the fist is clenched, that also indicates that he might swing. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for post notifications if you haven't already. One more thing, I'm just gonna do a quick shout out because I think I was about to get to that when I was attacked. So you already saw the guy on screen, and he's doing English language content as well. So all of you from any part of the world, definitely check him out. And he helped us record this. And the channel, what's it called? You can say it yourself.
It's called Manila Vlogs in one name, so go search for it and subscribe.
Yeah, you can comment on this video at some point, and then they can click your username to find it very easily. Thanks for watching. Then I think I need to hit this X or something, I'm not sure. Should be clearer, but we're just gonna turn this off.
Yeah, because
Yeah, we're sikker på, no, just a moment, we just need to make sure.
then we can save this.
Yeah, perhaps I'm gonna hit deal. No, that's for link. Yeah, we're gonna find a moment video. I'm so inexperienced with these type of videos in particular. Perhaps we can find just quick tutorial. You can find anything online after all these days on how to end the videos.
Yeah.
Because if this loses power, I think it may just not be shared for anyone. So can some of you Google how to finish a live stream on phone while I try to entertain the audience? So yeah, and this is a nice place for training. And we're gonna do some more martial arts training, and we're gonna record some more content. Some sparring, some tutorials. There's always a technical issue whenever I'm doing live. So, how to finish a live recording without turning it off? Let's see. Nicholas, can you remember how we did last time? Nah.
Last time.
Or perhaps we can do just a quick Google and figure out how to turn this one off.
Yeah, our mate, he is on the way.
Yeah. All right. We're trying to figure out how to leave the. Still watching, then keep in mind to check out this guy's channel, our friend who's trying to figure out how to finish this one. And I may edit and do away with the final portion of this because, yeah, as you can tell, it's pretty random.
Yeah.
I don't want to hit the X. Yes. This one is turned this way. That's not. Expect the expected and expect the unexpected. So this is Charles, and he's a recent subscriber, I believe. He's also shares some talk videos about martial arts, and he's an experienced guy, so that's definitely true. Be ready for anything. Even not being able to turn off this live stream video. Hopefully it won't disappear if I do something. Have you found out something? Or maybe I should just click here. Yeah, just a moment. Stream now, basic info, advanced setting, preview, start and stop events. How do I stop? Yeah, try clicking that. How do I stop a live stream? Also, I could perhaps turn off, go out of the app, but I don't know if that's risky.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I've got in mind is that you just turn it off and then it loads by itself.
Yeah, I think so also, but I know that at times this it won't you get to choose whether you want to share the video or not. So just, and yeah, I really want to have a look at some of my live reactions just to determine what I did right and what I did wrong. And luckily, none of us got hurt. That spinning hook kick, that was nice, and also I blocked it. But I felt it still. That was a nice level of.
And you made a nice stomach kick.
Yeah, towards the end, right?
Yeah, right forward to the ropes.
That's nice. We ended up a lot on the ground in the self-defense experiment, and also statistically, a lot of street fights do end up on the ground, even though it's one of the best pieces of advice is to avoid going there for various reasons. But
we got
both because the ground can be a weapon in itself, it's a hard surface, and there might be glass lying on the ground or concrete, but still a lot of fights in there. You might slip on something environment, and just a lot of people, when they get scared, they like to grab onto you, and from there it's only a matter of time most often before you end up on the ground. So a lot of these situations ended on the ground, and I think that kick to the stomach was one of the only moments where I got to do at least a high kick, but for self-defense, low kicks are also the safest option. And have you figured out how to turn off this live stream?
It says that you just can turn it off, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. So thanks for watching, especially if you kept on watching. There's some important points here towards the end, so I think I'm just gonna keep the whole thing if YouTube lets me. Thank you. And make sure you're not only one of the 20,000 subscribers, but also have the bell icon turned on for post notifications.